JB made this.
Man can listen to this. I'm like, yeah, shit, this is smooth. Like, man can fuck with it.
Yeah, this is the kind, like this type of tune. I'm trying to say, like producers can create this. You don't need an artist to jump on. You know what I'm trying to say? This is kind of how music started. And then the DJ, they'll pass it to the DJs to pass up at night in the 90s time, whenever it was popping. You know what I'm trying to say? And then they'd have artists jump on. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now artists are kind of like the big picture, and they just kind of leave the producers to the side. Even on the money side, it's 50, but like face-wise, I think they're just now being like what's that white guy, saucy white guy? What's his name? Murder. Murder.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say, people can put a name to it, like a face to his name. Who else is there? J5. You can put a face to his name. Who else? Like it's not as much as it should be. The way even in this drill kind of scene right now, where music is the one thing that with the instrumental alone is good enough to kind of like get you going. You even write your own bars and your own self. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're not giving the producers as much credit as they should. You know what I'm trying to say? And the artists on there will be rapping the same lyrics, same thing, but the beat is just phenomenal. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is gonna bring me to my point. Attempted.
Attempted.
Should have been a murder. Oh my god. Listen, when I
which? Because it's doing it. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is the intro. Attempted. JB made this.
I need to give you the story about this one, bro. Still.
What was the story with this one?
So basically, the beat wasn't even finished, bro.
What do you mean?
Nigga, this wasn't finished. This beat was not finished at all, blood. Like when I made it originally for T-Face.
Oh, sorry. T-Face.
T-Face.
Oh,
see the one I done already.
Okay. Yeah.
So I made it for him, but he didn't like it, innit?
Nah, you messed up on
Or
that.
he just never recorded it, and then obviously I think they used it for Westwood, and then AM said, "Bro, like, what's this beat?" I was like, bro, I don't know, I ain't even finished it yet, but he's like, no, give it to me. So I was like, alright, cool. Gave it to him now, and it blew up. I was like,
nah, it did. So
I was actually confused.
You know, this is crazy, man.
Bro, I actually didn't realize.
You know, I love this part.
If you like, you're gonna die. Sound like chef splash, chef like onions. I you a cousin. Turn up, this is disgusting. Ooh, can't believe my guy.
He was actually rude for this one still. I can't lie to you. Yeah, man.
But yeah,
honestly, no, I get you still.
This is RMediaPlays. Welcome, you're watching Meet the Creators.
Still quick, still serving shots. They think damn Andy Murray.
Today, we have a very special guest.
Appreciate it, man.
Very special guest. Straight out Croydon, coming out Finesse Foreva. The producer, the beat maker, the man himself. JB, what are you telling me, man?
Bro, appreciate it. Thank you for having me over, man.
No, thank you for coming, man.
No, of course, man.
But yeah, man, it's only right we bring the producers in. I think in this game, not a lot of producers, get the face, put a face to the name, but here we got JB. So yeah, basically what we're gonna do is in this season, in this episodes, we're gonna just interact with the producers, get insight of the game, insight of artists, producers' tips. We're gonna talk about the business aspect, anything and everything that artists or producers coming up can learn, and get into the game. Yeah, make sure you look out for Finesse Foreva. They're making their noise, but I think you might need to kind of pay attention a bit more. They're doing what they can for the streets. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. That's alright, man. JB, tell the people where you from. Where'd you grow up?
Nah, it's JB104. Straight out Finesse Foreva. Big up the guys. Big up my business partners, TK, SK, all that. Big up my producers like Capri, Richard, all them lot there, man. Gotcha, all of that, man. Like, we're a family. Big up Skengdo, AM, Lottie, Ray. Everyone that's supporting, what I'm saying? Everyone that's actually in the camp, what I mean? Like Courtney, Ace. There's bare people, bro. AJ, Eddie, there's bare people. Big homie Mays, there's bare people. But if you're FF, you're FF. Yeah. Big up yourself all the time, actually. You know what I'm saying? The motto is, family first. You know what I'm saying? We're all a family first before we be business. You know what I'm saying? That's the way forward. People may know me for doing Skengdos, Skengdo name. I done Pitbulls, done Attempted, done Q2T, Andy Murray. I done Scream Wine for IQ. Yeah, those are like the major tracks people probably even know. Port Paper as well, all that stuff.
Okay. Before we get into all that music, let's get to know you, man. That's the artists, that's them. Let's forget them.
Alright, cool, man.
Where are you from? Where was you born?
Me, bruv, Croydon native, man. I'm Croydon native all day, every day, bro. I have it on my hand here, don't mess with Croydon. I rep Croydon everywhere, bro.
Serious guy.
Yeah, bro, that's my hometown, man. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
That's my hometown.
Where are your parents from then?
Yeah, they're, my dad's Ghanaian, my mum's Jamaican.
Okay, yeah, that's him.
Chop and chop mix, man.
That's
You know how it gets, man. Sweet and spicy with a nice guy inside.
Plantain or plantain?
Oh, come on, plantain, man. Don't piss me off, bro. Don't piss me off,
Thank you. That's now just quickly out the way.
Bro, you know when you have them fights in the playground, it's like plantain. It's just like, brother.
Nah, let's not get into that. That's
not even.
So yeah, man. How old are you right now?
24.
10 years back now. You're in secondary school. What's popping? What's going on there?
Shit. What's popping with me, or are you talking about in general?
In music.
In music. Bro, back then it was like Channel U days was there. This when like Drake was coming up, the Rihanna's was coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the levels right there. And then in terms of like the UK one, it wasn't dead, but it wasn't popping like it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when gigs was coming up, Sneak Ball was coming up. I remember when Sneak Ball came up with that one. The whole playground was shut down, bro. It was crazy. So that's one where the genre I was, you know what I mean?
Okay. What was going on with you then, in terms of what you was doing, where you was heading at?
Literally, bro, what was I doing?
What school?
St Andrews, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in St Andrews. So we literally, that's the year I actually discovered that I wanted to make music still.
What made you decide that?
It's a mad thing still. It's not even a mad thing, it's just like, most of my stuff is just quirks, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically, my boy just came up to me saying, "Raw," in a PE, we're in PE, he came up to me, he's like, "Raw, bro, I just want to sing, I just want to make a track." And I was like, "Bro, I'm a drummer, like how can it be in it?" You know what I mean? Because obviously I play drum kit at my church, so I've been doing so for like 10 years, like 10, 11 years. So obviously I was like, yeah, alright, like how can it be? You know what I mean? Obviously, it came out shit, innit? Like, it was a shit track. Like, it was fucking shit. I can't lie to you.
I appreciate that, honestly,
Nah, but it was shit.
Man, how you talk on the phone? My two pit bulls walk around in their own.
But then something sparked him, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, raw. Like, this is fucking cool.
This is nice.
This is nice, bro. Like, and the thing is, at that time, I was kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm trying, like, some people start late, some people start early. It is what it is,
that's
innit?
true.
I started early, fortunately, and I was thinking, right, I don't really know exactly what I'm good. This is year 9 going into year 10, so you got to pick your GCSEs and all that kind of stuff, and you don't know what you're doing. So I was like, right, what am I doing? Then when I done that, I was like, right, this kind of ignited something. So I think a few weeks later, I went back just to kind of try it out, and then I was in there doing my lunch break, and I was just like, right, what's going on here? Like, whatever. And then it started to build up from there, you know?
What was you working on?
Literally just learning how to use Cubase, because Cubase was the first thing that started. And when you're learning, you don't have a particular sound, or you're not thinking, shit, this is the sound I want. You're just thinking, bro, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's like the best times, because you start to discover new stuff that you never knew about. Like, bro, this is different. Why does this look like
it's
that?
Experience in it for
bro. Experience is the best teacher. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in terms of that, I was just trying to discover what was going on and ignite something. Like, maybe I don't have to do like football, because I enjoyed football. Don't get twisted.
What position?
Centre back. At that time, I was a centre midfielder. I was defensive mid. Like, I was one of them guys there. I'll break your leg, innit?
Not me.
Where do you play for?
Left, right wing, man.
Nah,
you don't want the burners. I'm telling you, man.
You see, bro.
I'm telling you.
That's why I went to right back, so I could face dons like you. So I'm like, what? The burners?
Put you there to try, just to slow us down. Trust me. We get by.
But yeah, no. After that, I thought that United something like, bro, like, maybe it's not just football. Maybe I could do something else. Yeah. Maybe, but let's see.
Let's see. Okay. So when did you start like working with artists? Like in terms of like now you're in a studio. Now you're like when did that start?
Well, bro, that started years. That even started around the same time, because basically, because I started me and TK. We started a label. That's how I first got into my first label. We were called KSR Music. Okay. So we started something with one of our other guys as well. And from there, you know, I was still learning how to do it, but obviously T knew how to like engineer.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had to start learning how to engineer other people, get the right sounds, working with different other kind of people. And at first that was kind of scary. But then the first time I actually worked with someone was a guy called Wisdom.
Yeah.
We were just playing around and just making a couple of tracks, and we made one track that got like 10,000 views, and 10,000 views back then.
That's a mad. That was
it's a mad thing. You're like, bro, like 10,000 views.
What was it called?
It was called Spaz, I think.
Right. I don't know if I heard. I'll probably have to hear it to just slap it on. Do you think it's on YouTube?
I don't even know if it got taken down. I don't know if I see it still, but it might not be there. I think it's private.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's private, but yeah, that was like the first time that I really like produced actually for someone. Okay. Actually, there was another track as well called with some guy called Hugo. Shout out to Hugo. I don't know what happened to that. I tried to find it the other day. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, but yeah, that was like the first time I learned about like 16.
Okay. So, the gigs era, you started, you know, messing around with making beats. You know, now you're here. You got 104 Forever on your chest.
Yeah, this is just like a side project. We're probably gonna make this like clothing or something. I don't know, man. Because
just work within it.
Because basically this one came because KSL was the first one. Then we got moved because everyone left and it was just me and T.
Okay.
So we just kind of said, alright, cool. Let's just rebrand and let's try to see. Let's get some new people in.
Okay.
That's what 104 Forever was though.
Okay.
Because that's basically, if I explain the short era, because I'm sure you're gonna ask me how the Finesse Foreva come about.
Yeah, because I'm going.
I might as well explain it for all like this.
Do you next? Yeah, go on and explain.
Let me explain it. If you want to do it, I'll show you the short synopsis. But because why this one's there and all that kind of stuff is how it got to FF. Obviously KSL, me and T was there, everyone left us, so we rebranded into 104 Forever, innit?
Yeah.
So 104, the reason why I say it's 104 Forever is because this is the first place that we started, as the first address. It was our church.
Okay.
So we started on top of our church.
Because I was gonna ask, why is it JB104? I was thinking, is it birthday? I was actually trying to think what it was, but there we go.
Trust me, everyone asked me the question.
Okay.
Trust me, because 104 White Horse Road is where we started, isn't it? So I'm always gonna be a 104 person because that's where we started. That's the first place that gave us the opportunity. So, went from 104 Forever, we were doing our thing and then we met up with SK. Because SK was doing something else. He was in a different group.
Oh, did he leave that group?
Yeah, and we combined together and we just said Finesse Foreva. He was like doing something finesse, and we were called 104 Forever, so we just combined it.
Finesse Foreva together. And that was the brand.
And that was it. We needed that third person, and he was that third person because I'm not a heavy businessman.
Okay.
So T needed someone else that can give him a different business perspective.
Yeah.
That's when Skills came in because he's a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? He's always like if you receive I'm telling you, if you receive a call from Skills, but if you've done something wrong and you receive a call from Skills, just know he's gonna go off.
You know what? Yeah, what you just brought these people together in the same business. I was trying to speak to my boy yesterday. What tips would you give? Blah blah blah. I'm gonna come up to that in a second.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say to people, you know, make sure you know the difference between working alone and ownership.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I think a lot of people coming up in the game right now really wanna, you know, work on their own, and it makes sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But there's a difference between working on your own and having ownership. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like just always keep that in mind. You know what I'm trying to say when moving forward. So 100%. You, like, even if you have the drive to do every single aspect of the business, you know what I'm trying to say, sometimes it's better to work in or two, as long as the goal.
Absolutely, bro, and that's one of the advices I'll give to people that's coming up in the game. Don't do everything your own, because the best people, particularly producers, you'd be surprised that the biggest producers don't always make their own stuff. And that doesn't mean they're not a producer. That just means they're not touching the keyboard. Yeah, but in terms of that, every artist needs to know you need to go through a distributor. You need to go for like a TuneCore or deal. That's how.
When I tell you that I'm with my honey, 2T, we don't ever do bummy. No, we don't. Keep my guys in the can, do the story, charge back Jack and Rummy.